So I don't know if you guys see my review of Je ne sais quoi, Ooh La La, or Café Cabanel by Teo Cabanel. If you guys haven't, make sure to check them out. I will put the link of them at the end of this video. They're fantastic fragrances. They're definitely signature worthy, and they're great for summertime as well. Not to mention the price of them, very affordable and great quality. Now, I received this one right before summer, and when I smelled this, I was like, this is the perfect summer scent for 2021. Yes, this is a very unique, sunny beach-like, hypnotizing, bountiful, sweet, and salty scent, which is inspired by the bewitching sand lily, which is really interesting. An original accord between a solar vanilla enhanced by iodized notes, which are salty notes, and white flowers. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and today we're going to review Ça Boum, which was launched in 2021, and the nose behind this unique, fresh, floral, salty, but yet sweet fragrance is the talented Patrice Réviard. This fragrance falls under the floral amber vanilla category. All right, let's get to the accords of Ça Boum and see what we get on the initial spray. Make sure you stick to the end of my video and check out the unboxing of this gorgeous bottle. I also show something that talks about how the bottle, the cap, and the alcohol of this fragrance is created, which is really, really interesting. All right, so I'm gonna come in front of the camera because recently I just got a table here and I don't wanna spray with fragrances. So I'm gonna come up front and spray this in front of the camera for you guys. So this is a very nuanced and layered type of a fragrance. It's really interestingly blended. Because I tried it many times, and it's really interesting. As you all can see, I haven't brought it close to my nose, and what I'm smelling, which is gorgeous, I smell the white floral, and it's really woody, and it has this type of a humid woodiness to it, which is really interesting. Almost you feel like there's some kind of a beach or some kind of a water somewhere around. And I can definitely smell that. But when I bring this close, I smell the vanilla. And that's what's so interesting about this. So when it's lingering around, and when I smell the sillage, I smell the white floral, I smell the beach, I smell the salty notes and all that stuff. But when I bring it close, I smell the vanilla. It's just really interesting. So this one has a very, like I said, it's very interestingly layered. It's very nicely nuanced. So on initial spray, you get this salty vanilla, marine iodized notes with sand lily accord. Now I should say the vanilla is the interlude to the sand lily, which is really well done. The way it's nuanced and layered, it's just fantastic. I love it because, like I said, it has a dual personality when you spray it, and when it lingers around, it has a different characteristic to it. And then when you smell it close, you smell that vanilla really well. And it's not your typical vanilla. I get more of like a vanilla pod type of a thing. It's really interesting. Now, sand lily, also known as star lily or mountain lily, they grow across much of the open montane forests, dry grasslands, and sagebrush deserts of the western United States. This rugged and beautiful flower is recognized by the sweet-smelling star-shaped white sand lily flowers on stalks rising from a basal clump of slender grass-like leaves. So on the opening, you definitely get this sweet white floral salty accord from this scent. This is so interesting. It is a little bit spicy mixed with this beautiful solar vanilla. This is not your typical sweet vanilla smell, but more like vanilla pod smell, which turns, or I should say, it is the interlude to Sand Lily. As I mentioned earlier, what a great transition. I love that. So greatly done. Now, it is also spicy like pepper and woody at the same time, which the woodiness is kind of also moist, kind of like a wet type of a wood. And that makes this fragrance very unisex. It has a semi-gourmand vibe to it, which comes from the spicy notes that enhance the vanilla pod accord, which they transition the scent more into this fresh, floral, salty, sweet, marine, powdery, white floral, and kind of herbal fragrance. All right, so I can kind of tell that this is definitely Patrice Révillard. It has his signature scent all over this. It has, again, that gourmand vibe to it, which Ooh La La and Je ne sais quoi has. And I think that's a great thing that Patrice Révillard has his own signature going on here. It definitely has that. Now, it also has this interesting vibe to it where when you pull with your car next to the beach and when you get out of the car, you can smell the sunburned asphalt mixed with this white floral, salty, and beachy accord where it makes this fragrance really interesting. In other words, just imagine going on the beach and you have this, which is impossible, but you got this sand lily growing on the beach, and there's some woods around the sand lily, and the water keeps coming and hitting the wood and washing off over the sand lily and goes back down again, and the wood start drying out. And let's say there's some vanilla pod laying around there as well, and the sun is hitting that all day long. And that wood that's dried out and has that moist vibe to it, that humid vibe to it, that's exactly what you get on the dry down with Kaboom. It's so interesting, it's so mass appealing, it's very beautiful. It has this very kind of relaxed resort type of a vibe to it, which I really dig. So that's as far as the accords of Kaboom goes. All right, so with that being said, let's get to the notes of Kaboom and see what we got. Top notes, we have Sand Lily, we got salty and iodized notes. Middle notes, we got Jasmine Absolute and Rose Absolute. Now, I don't want you to think that the rose is very dominant in this fragrance. I think the jasmine and the Sand Lily is way more dominant than the rose. I think the rose is in the background to kind of add to the sweetness of the floral part of this fragrance and also back up the vanilla pod in this fragrance. Now, in the base note, you have green vanilla or vanilla pod and Immortelle, which gives also kind of a herbal type of a vibe to this fragrance on the dry down, and also kind of a woody vibe to it as well. So this is as far as the notes of Kaboom goes. All right, so let's get to the performance and longevity of Kaboom. The performance and longevity is moderate to long lasting, between 6 to 9 hours, depending on where you spray it. If you spray it on your skin, I would say between 5 to 6 hours. If you spray it on clothes, I would say between 9 hours. So as far as the performance and longevity goes, I would actually give it a medium score. It's not very long lasting. It's not like Je ne sais quoi or Ooh La La. It's more closer to the skin type of a scent. Now, as far as the projection and sillage goes, it has an intimate to moderate type of a sillage. It sits close on your skin, and it has this very classy and relaxed, as I mentioned, resort vibe to it. So this would be a perfect fragrance for like hanging out by the beach or resort, which we will get to in versatility. All right, so let's get to the compliments of Kaboom. As far as the compliments goes, I haven't tried this out in the public, but from smelling this is a gorgeous, beautiful scent. It's so easy to like, and it's so unisex. It's such a relaxing scent. This, even though it's very artistic and it has a very artistic side to it, but yet it's very mass appealing at the same time. It's something that's very unisex, and it's something that I think a lot of people would compliment this fragrance. So as far as the compliments goes, even though I haven't tried it in the public, I would definitely give it a high score as far as my opinion goes. All right, so let's get to the versatility of Kaboom, which is very subjective. But again, as far as the versatility goes, this can be a signature scent, but it does have a very beachy vibe to it. So again, it's so refreshing, yet so beachy, so woody. It's so interesting. But again, I think it works as a signature scent. I think this would be great when you're at a beautiful resort, like a high-class resort, and you want to smell very classy. This is the perfect scent for that. I would say it's great fragrance for close encounter as well. It's very sexy. As far as like at work and stuff goes, I would say you can definitely pull this off at work because it's not intrusive type of a scent and it's not too loud. And I think it's such a beautiful and relaxing scent that everybody else will definitely enjoy this fragrance. And as far as the seasons goes, I would definitely say during the summertime would fit the best, or even during the spring because of the floral part of it. But it's such an easy fragrance to wear that I think you can wear this in fall and winter as well. And as far as the versatility goes, I would definitely give it a high score. Now, let's talk about the uniqueness of Kaboom. Kaboom is definitely a very unique fragrance. I haven't smelled anything that smells like this, that's floral, yet so beachy and marine-like and also salty at the same time. It's so interesting. So the reason why I say that, like you have Oud Mineral, for example. That one is very hardcore artistic. It's like either you love it or you hate it. And it's very serious and it's very loud. This one is totally the opposite of that. Even though it's beachy and it has some marine and also some salty vibe to it, like Oud Mineral, but it's sweet, it's very sensual, it's very inviting, and I think that makes it very, very unique because it's nothing out there that is like this one. So as far as the uniqueness goes, I would definitely give it a high score as well. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we get to the end of my video. That's all I have for Kaboom. If you have this fragrance, let me know in the comment section what's your take on it. And if you don't own this, I'm telling you, for the price of it and also for the quality of the fragrance that you're getting, it's definitely an easy blind buy for your summer of 2021. That's it, you guys. That's all I have. Thank you so much. And hopefully I'll see you guys soon with another video. Peace and ciao.